Hello. How are you doing? What's up, guys? Welcome to a early edition, the early bird, if you will, of Freshly Baked Praps live. We're gonna work on some stuff. I tested out this thing, by the way, and I asked a bunch of questions about the filling in the bricks, and just turns out as long as it's still wet, you can wipe it right off with a wet sponge. So as you can see, I have a sponge in the bowl. I have a string over it, like the camera wire over it, like an idiot. But I have a sponge in a bowl, so I'll just use a damp sponge to wipe all the excess off, and then I got some paper towels on the floor. I'll wipe with a dry towel afterwards. That's my game plan. So, I mean, I haven't really used this stuff before, but I don't. That's kind of self-explanatory. I used it on a couple pieces over there, and I don't think it's gonna be an issue here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, if it discolors the bricks a little bit, like maybe it makes it like a lighter tint of red, I'm fine with that because I'm gonna black wash the whole wall when I'm done with all this anyway. So it's not gonna matter. So let's get this shit done. So maybe I can get to the painting of like individual bricks and shit, just to kind of like set it apart, because I don't like this whole uniform solid color shit. So I'm gonna kind of just go in there every few bricks, just make it like sporadic, change the colors up. Maybe some will be like a lighter orange or like a dark orange. Some will be a dark red. If you ever see city buildings, the bricks never match. So and over time they always get discolored anyway. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Going for a lived-in feeling. So I appreciate Mikey and Jeff being here. Jeff sounds like he's having a rough morning. It's good to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good Thursday morning. Let me get this shit started. Like I said, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna correct those mistakes. We'll figure it out, like I always do. So I'll just make this the big screen, and we will go to work for a little bit. Hey, son of a Crown Slayer in the house. What's up, bud? It's good to see you, man. I need nicotine, caffeine. I'll be all right. Well, that's the breakfast of champions, right? What's up, Crown Slayer? How you doing, brother? Working on some stuff here. Early, I know it's an early edition of the Freshly Baked, but figure get this over with. All right. Gotta get my car fixed. Talking to a mechanic. So this stuff looks like this. Kind of just looks like paste. I don't know if you could see that. It's very bright. Let me just see if I can. I don't know what's going on. Why am I frozen? I don't know why this camera just froze on me. Yeah, I don't know why that camera just froze on me like that. So maybe it was just too bright. But as you can see, it's got this like weird paste, like looks like just literal clay. I'm gonna do one little piece at a time. So I'm using these. You can buy these at the fuck is it? Home Depot, right? Home Depot or Lowe's. They're in the paint aisle. They're little plastic spatulas. I used when I was secret time. Secret time when I was in my younger days, I was gonna be an auto body mechanic. So I learned all that stuff. I know how to weld, I know how to fix dents in cars and shit like that. I know how to do all that stuff. And one of the tricks they taught me in school was you cut these things down like you buy them at Home Depot. They're huge when you buy them. And you just cut them down, snap them and break them. And you can get them to whatever size you need. And it's got like that spatula edge. It's essentially what it is. That I can kind of just mush down into the cracks. Kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'll do is I'll just make this like this. I'll just do that. That's all. All right. So, all right. Godspeed. See you on the other side, Ray. There's something on here. Easy way to clean this is you take this like this and just kind of scrape it off. If you have any excess shit from other jobs, comes right off. Okay. All right, let's see how this works, people. I hope every guy's having a good day. You get it, Jeff. Love it. You can use this to spread. I know it's all over this now. Contact cement. So when I would make stuff with contact cement, I would use these to spread it instead of using a brush because it just ruins the brush. Unless you don't mind ruining your brush. But see, I'm gonna just grab a little bit. I don't know how much of this is gonna work. I don't know if I'm gonna use this whole jar in one piece. I really hope not, because it's not cheap. So I hope a lot of this goes a long way. We're gonna try to make that work. Now the sponge is damp. I got it in like I said, a bowl of water. So I can just let it soak it up when I need it, and I can just squeeze it and wipe shit down as is. But what I'm gonna do is, because like I said, I need it to go a long way because it's a small jar. There we go. Godspeed, everybody. Now on the jar it says it hardens to like a hard, like I don't say acrylic, but I guess it did say like a hard acrylic. So it's gonna just test this out. You might test out. Oh yes, beautiful, beautiful. So if you guys want to use this, it's the Liquitex molding paste. That's what it's called. And this might be my preferred method because it fills it in real well. and it wipes right off. Hey, Nicotron, it's Nicotron. What's up, bud? And like I said, you're gonna take some of the paint off because it's just acrylic paint, or it's just spray paint. That looks pretty fucking good. And now I'm gonna go back over it, and it's actually taking that gloss sheen off of it. So if you can see, it's like a little glossy up here. Putting this shit on now, it's actually making it look better. So that's, in the words of my man Bobby Ross, that's a happy accident. Now, this is too big. No, it's not too big. Okay. Well, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna use the skinnier one that I made. Was that skinny one that I made? Since it's an early morning edition and I'm not in the rush, let's take our time. What do we say? So what I'll do, I'll go a little bit at a time still. I don't want to fuck it up. But I'll try to get, I'm going to try to get 2 lines at a time with brick. This way I can just move up the fucking wall quick. But like I said, this, I mean, I know people use spackling. Use spackle too. This was just an idea given to me by Loki Wartooth or Model Misfit. He said it works really well and you can paint it because it's an acrylic thing. It's acrylic based or whatever the fuck. So if I wanted to, like, because I need it for the Castle Grayskull diorama, I need to paint the Castle Grayskull. I need this shit in between to be kind of like a greenish gray, not white. And he said this is perfect for that. So I'm gonna. But I just love the way it's filling in. You gotta be quite honest with you. And I hope you're watching, Mikey. Like I said, now the wall's getting some character, man. The wall's coming to fucking life, bro. You just make it go as a long way. Like I said, saying now, it's gonna be easy to wipe this access off. Let's wipe down, shall we? Not bad. Easy enough. You can apply a little pressure to wipe it down. It's already turning the water white. That's fine. You know it's going to be messy, right? Perfect. Look at that. You can blot dry if you want. Like I said, I don't care about the little bit of the discoloration because it's actually making the bricks look better, in my opinion. And it's going to probably make it easier to hand paint when I come back later. So, because now when I'm done with all this, you're going to take my, couple brushes here and just each brick, not all of them, because some of them can stay like this. But you're just going to start to discolor. Like this one, I might paint a little bit more pinkish. So it's a little bit brighter than the rest, Let's see. All right. My wife is texting me. Oh, shit. I appreciate you guys all hanging out today. I started making some... Yeah, I gotta check those out, Crown Slayer, for sure. I fucking definitely check this shit out, but I noticed that there's a little discoloration on some of this shit now because it is obviously taking some of the color away. But I'm glad I put 3 coats of red. Actually, I didn't put 3 coats of red. I just kind of let it fall onto it. I didn't really hit it hard, but because I just kind of wanted it. Like, I didn't want it to get crazy because it's gloss, and I didn't want to. If you put too much gloss paint on foam, it'll start to crack. Like, as the foam kind of bends. I'm not saying it's going to bend, but God forbid, because these edges kind of have a little give to them, and it would start cracking glossy paint. So I hate glossy paint. First off, it takes forever to dry. At least the spray paint, when you spray paint foam. I don't know about plastic and action figures and shit like that. All I know is when you do it with EVA foam, it's a pain in the ass, and sometimes takes a while to dry, and you get that tacky shit. You fucking just touch it, and all of a sudden your fingerprint is in it. Fucking annoying. If I could tell you how many Iron Man suits that I did that to, and I fucking had to paint the whole thing over again. I'm excited to do this to Castle Grayskull now, knowing that it works. This stuff. Because I knew spackle work, because I saw Shane use spackling. Spackling was like my backup plan if this was going to be like too annoying to use. But I assume it's literally just like spackle, because when I watched Shane do his video on the spackle, he was pulling paint off too as he was wiping it off with the water. Because like I said, it's just a water-based acrylic. So as soon as you touch the water, basically that reactivating the paint essentially. But then again, I'm no fucking artist. I don't know. Duarte, if he pops in here at some point, will probably correct me. You know? I'm saying, you just wipe it up. Gotta get into some crevices here. Touch it up a little bit with your hands, it'll come off too. So you just got to be careful because there's a little axis in the holes, just dragging it across. So you just got to be careful. But I don't care about getting my hands dirty. It's coming out pretty awesome already. It's crazy what it does. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, man, we're hoping to have both of these walls done by the time I got to take my pops to the doctor. I love my wife so much. All right. Let's just keep it going. These lines done. I guess this is one of those things where you have no choice. You have to go slow. So don't like worry about rushing. So when it comes to dioramas and shit like that, you should never rush. When you rush, that's when you fuck up. I'm assuming that's the same way with our custom action figures, Mikey. You know, just take your time with it, right? Let it, don't force it, let it work. Let it, happen organically, I guess is the best way. I don't like to rush these things, man. I gotta be honest with you. I'm liking the way it's coming out. It's really looking good. I'm gonna clean that water in a couple minutes. I'm just gonna keep wiping down away so that it'll just have this, so it'll look like fuck going at least in the same direction. I don't want to. I guess you can blot it dry if you want. I just think if you wipe a little bit, take your time. I do like some of these air bubbles that are in here because sometimes you see that shit in the city. It's like the concrete in between the bricks is eating away. So I could fuck with that look. I'm not gonna do it all over, but like starting like around the pipes and shit like that, I kind of like it. Let me finish this. I get all the axes. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. Like I said, I know it's an early day. It's an early day in the neighborhood. I gotta take my dad to the doctor at 1. So I just wanted to get some of this done. Because by the time I get home, then I gotta do all this shit around the house. So far, so good. If anybody's just joining me, this Liquid Tex molding paste is where it's at. I assume spackling is just as easy to use. I assume you get the same result. I assume spackling is cheaper because this was $14. The big jar was $30. So I just wanted to try this because I can change color. It's a fact. It's a fact, Mikey. A lot of people don't realize that, man. You gotta it's gonna be a marathon, not a race, You're starting to see great results, And just as I work my way up the wall here, I just gotta finish this. Let me see. I have the small one. See, I cut a real small one too. I can get in between here. I might even cut this thinner. Cut this off. Filling in the hole around the pipe that I made with the drill. Authenticity, right? That's what we're going for. Okay. For this, I'll just touch the napkin into the water. Yep. Coming out pretty good. I apologize for not talking all that much, but I'm concentrating. I figure between me working and the Ghostbusters, you guys be, you know. So now I think the best bet here is to let it dry a little bit. I don't know how long it takes to set this shit. I gotta look. If it takes 24 hours, obviously that's gonna suck because I don't really want to wait that long to get back to work on this thing. But I just feel like the more I do, when I start to wipe down, it's just gonna become more of a problem. So maybe the more water you add. My biggest issue here is I don't want to spread it out, but this would be the same problem with spackling, so I'm not blaming the product. But I'm okay with where it is. So look at that, fucking the whole wall up, making actually the wall look better. So once you darken it, usually once I hit it certain bricks and then I start hitting it with a black wash, the whites will turn a little gray, you know, and it'll start to look a little bit better. It's already looking good on camera. It's really popping. So that's awesome to see. Very impressed. Jesus Christ. Like I said, it's Liquitex acrylic mediums molding paste. It's texture and sculpture form. So if you want to add, like, I guess as they mix the paints with this, when they put the big, I guess when you see those big blotches on canvases, I guess this is probably what it is. And you just say, how the fuck they get the paint to stay like that? I assume it's this shit. But I assume this is a little bit more expensive than getting spackle. Like Same Time Toys uses, I assume most of the people who do these just use the spackle. I was going to use regular ass grout. Grout cracks, so in foam it'll probably just crack and wind up falling out. So this was good. This was a good alternative. So far, so good. I'm just gonna let this drum take a smoke break if you don't mind, and then I'll do up to the window. You know, like I said, I don't want to rush through this, and then because it's already spreading out everywhere. So if I can maybe give this time a little time to set. I don't know how long it takes. Let's see. Allowing each to, so you gotta allow the layers to dry, but how long does it take? You didn't fucking tell me that. Doesn't really tell you the cure time. I assume it would be just like paint, right? But I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't tell you how long it takes. Let me just pop the cap back on. I mean, I got a piece right here. It already looks like it's hardening up. So it probably doesn't feel like it takes too long. So we'll wait 10 minutes. I'll smoke a little bit of weed. And then we'll get back to work. Because these walls are so small, so it's not going to take me too long. How's everybody's day going, man? Hopefully it's going well. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Thursday morning. I can show you some of the things that I'm already getting into in terms of customization and shit like that. And that is, I already ripped Dracula's cape off. It drive me crazy. Made a template of this. This was the cape he came with. So I basically just made a template out of it. The lines I got drawn in are pretty much where I'm going to put the wires. So I can mold it. And out of that piece, I got this piece. This was the piece that was under it like this. So I flipped that up, cut it out, made another cape. So I got 2 torn capes coming at you. So I'm going to fuck with those probably in the coming weeks. I'm going to do some sewing on stream. That should be fun. I'm a novice at that, but we'll give it a shot. But I appreciate everybody hanging out right now. So how's everybody's morning going so far? Let's discuss. Just make this the big thing so you can't see what I'm doing. That's where it's at so far. Mikey, I hope you see it. Hope you like it. It did change the bricks color a little bit, made it a little lighter, which I'm fine with because like I said, I got to go back over it anyway. But fucking A, man. It's good to know that this shit works and it's not that hard. It's kind of self-explanatory. Just fill in cracks, wipe off access. So I'm excited to add color to it and finally finish the Castle Grayskull diorama that I was working on. You know, I didn't finish it because I wanted to do the play motion scene first. So I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way. But I still have to fill in all the cracks and stuff like that. And I really wanted to fill it with like a lightish gray, like I don't want to say greenish tint to it, but you know, I want it to kind of match the Grayskull vibe. But I don't want it white. I don't want it bright white. So I'm gonna mix a gray paint to this and like a light, like some maybe neon green or some shit, just kind of give it like a green tint. And then I'm gonna fill in I'm gonna do the Castle Grayskull wall and floor. And then I got my next ambitious diorama. I got to finish my factory building, so I got to do this to that too, because that's all brick as well. And now that I know that this is going to be a tried and true way, I probably have to wind up biting the bullet and paying for that $30 jar. But I still might use for my wall. I might use spackle because I use that for this. I wanted to use good stuff for this because this is not for me. This is for Mikey. I wanted to make sure I do top notch quality stuff. Spackling, because it's a little cheaper. I'll probably go with that for me. I don't really care because it's my diorama, so I don't give a shit. Nemesis Enforcer. Well, which gargoyle wings? Neek, which one did they use? Was it Goliaths, Brooklyn's, Hudson's? Which one? That's a great idea, though. Holy shit. I didn't pull the trigger on Nemesis Immortal. By that time, I couldn't really understand G.I. Joe, because as a kid, all I remember it would wake me up in the mornings, and my father would watch it. You would just see them fighting Cobra. It was the American Hero one, at least the beginning years. And then by the time I was old enough to kind of understand G.I. Joe and started to watch it, it was fucking, it's Cobra Lot and shit like that. It's weird. So I don't fucking know. Goliaths. Okay, so Goliath's wings. So I would get Thalog because his wings are darker, and I probably just use Thalog's wings. I don't have Thalog. The only gargoyle I do have is Goliath. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe that line was too expensive for me, so I never really jumped off the line. I know Hella Dope Toys had a clearance. I don't know if they still have it. They were having a clearance, and Hudson was on there. And I like Hudson. Hudson was one of my favorite gargoyles. There's a fucking bird outside my house because all the birds are confused because of the weather. Because it's fucking warm out again. What time is it? Is it the morning or evening? Kaiju Kitty. It's morning, bud. We're just doing a little bit of some freshly baked props live, man. And I have to take my doctor to the dad. I have to take my dad to the doctor at like 12:45. So I just kind of wanted to get a session in today. I wanted to get further along on this thing. So I figure I killed two birds with one stone. Right now I'm just taking a smoke break, and then I'm gonna get back to work in a second. Does his clearance thing still up here? I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it is. It's still here. Go to Hella Dope Toys. Actually, it's not because it's not loading up. All right, so let's see. Hold on. Yeah, they might have closed down their clearance thing. It's all the way at the bottom of their page. It's loading. We'll see. Just DM'd you pics. Okay. Let's see what we got working up here. Courtesy of Nico Trones. My internet is acting up on my laptop. It's being real stupid. I assume it's because I got this shit going. So it's loading, Nico. It's taking a while. So I might just, there you go. And just drop me out. I just lost internet on my laptop. Let me look on the phone, Nick, if you don't mind. Let's see. Oh wow, that does look good. Holy shit. If anybody's wondering. That's the gargoyle wings on Nemesis Immortal. That's pretty cool. It's actually real fucking sick, dude. It's really awesome. Try again. Something went wrong. Yeah, I've been having a little problems on my laptop here lately. I don't know what the hell the problem is. Do that to throw rocks at woodpeckers. Are they fucking knocking right outside your house on a tree or some shit, dude? Yeah, fucking. I said that back. Put this back up so I can smoke a little bit more. Thank God I wasn't smoking just as that dropped out. Yeah, but the last 3 days, 80 degrees. I still haven't closed my pool. I still just got to put the cover on it. It's closed. I just got to put the cover on it. But I haven't had to yet because it's not cold yet. So I'm going to probably do it tonight just to get it over with. But I mean, I can't believe it's November 7th and it's fucking 75 degrees outside right now in New York. That's crazy. Did they have to... They got these wings in that. Did they just pop those things in? Holy shit. They just popped those things in, didn't they? I'll show you guys the back of it. See, I don't have, like I said, I didn't buy a Nemesis Immortal. Are you sure it's Goliath's wings and it's not Damona's wings? Because those might be Damona's wings. Because they might be small so they could fit him. That's the back, if anybody's wondering. It's like it kind of fits right into the pegs in his back. I assume that one piece comes with him. Was his name Nemesis Immortal on G.I. Joe? Like, what was that guy's story? What was the point of Nemesis? I know it looks very bright in here. I got the blinds open. When my headaches don't affect me and I can have blinds open, I take full advantage of them, by the way. They're attacking my house. Oh, goddamn, dude, that sucks. Yeah, it is. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, what the hell's going on right now? It gets nice and cool at night, don't get me wrong, but like this morning I woke up, it was fucking hot as balls. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But hey, man, I'll take the warm weather over the cold. I'll tell you that right now. Cold weather fucks my joints up, fucks everything up. This is like being so annoying. I'm just looking at stuff. Sometimes I get baked. I don't realize that I shouldn't be doing this on this. I should be like while I'm live. I think he said Goliath. All right, so it is Goliath. Okay. Plugs right into the backpack. Holy shit. He's a Cobra Lot enforcer. Is that all it was? He was just like a soldier, or did he have like a big part? All right, let's get back to work. Move the mic over here again. Give it a little time to set. It sets pretty fast, it looks like. I'll tell you that. Nothing's really coming off my hands, but I can. All right. I can fucks with this thing. Now let's keep it moving, huh? What do you say? Yeah, because even on here, it's already. Yeah, it's already solidifying, which is good. The problem that I'm worried about is if I add more water, is it going to soften it back up? And the answer is probably yes. That's fine. Yeah, it is. Radiant. Yeah, man. What's up, bud? Thanks for coming through. Yeah, we're working on a diorama here. And I have to take my pops to the doctor in the afternoon, so I figured let's do it early. What's up, Figure Fight Club? It's good to see you, buddy. How you doing, brother? I hope you're having a good day, man. Immortal is because Cobra. Oh, really? What was his name that they lost the trademark? Basically, muscle. Fights a bunch of Joes. Okay. All right, so what I'm using is Liquitex, again, for the new guys coming in. Liquitex molding paste. Thank you, Model Misfit, Loki Wartooth, for the point in the right direction. And we're just filling in between the bricks here so that I can then move to the final stage of painting and all that other shit. I finally did add the door, if anybody's wondering. I showed that on the pre-roll yesterday. But I'll show it in a second. I did the door, I framed out the door, I got it in. And like I said, you would just now fill in crack, and wipe off excess. I basically try to do the whole couple of lines and then wipe it all off, but I think for the sake of not spraying so much water, I'm going to do half the wall and then around the half of the wall right now. So let me just get halfway done. I will say this, originally I didn't really care to do this step because I didn't think it added much. And now doing it, I was completely wrong, and I'm happy to say that I was wrong. And then we'll stop right there. Trying to wipe off as much excess as I can. Just trying to make this, it does seem like a little bit goes a long way. So if anybody was wondering how that was going to turn out for me, Good to know that a little bit of this shit does go away. And then I just use this sponge like this, just as like just to kind of wet it up a little bit. I will say, I don't know what fucking paper towels my wife bought, but they suck. I'm a bounty man. Brawny, whatever the fuck it's called. The guy with the guy on the front. I like soft paper towels that absorb everything. But these are probably that sparkle bullshit. Made of more paper than fucking towels. I guess you could use a microfiber cloth, but I don't have one, so I'm not using it. Well, I guess I'm not above using my fingertips. You don't have to do this, honestly. But I don't mind. I don't give a fuck. I can wash my hands. It's really, I mean, it's really adding to it, I must say. A little bit is red from the paint bleed. I don't like that. That's fine, because like I said, I'm going to hit it with a black wash, so a lot of it's going to disappear. So, that's looking good, man. It's looking real fucking good. Let's keep going. I know this isn't exactly compelling television, but if you're looking to build dioramas, I guess this is a great place to start, right? Learn how to do this shit, because this is the most annoying part. And I'll tell you, it took me a while to find videos that did this, because a lot of people didn't show this process. Trying to blotch it so that I don't spread too much of the shit. And then you gotta like kind of wipe. So I'm just trying to like. I see why people hate doing bricks, man. Jesus Christ, it is so tedious. It's not hard at all to do it. It's just tedious, man. But the results are great. I gotta say. Are you what are you using to put stuff down? Oh, this thing? No, it's one of those body filler spatulas. If you go to the body filler aisle at Home Depot, or like if you go to AutoZone, they have the spatulas for auto body filler. I use those, and like I said, it was a trick that I learned in high school. They you cut them to your size, and then you could fill whatever you need. So like I got multiple sizes because I cut them. So, but what's up, Bobby? Well, it's good to see you, bud. And my man Sam Edwards is in the house. Hey, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate you. It's getting there, man. It's getting there. Still got to do the other wall. I got that on the floor over here. Yeah, but we're getting there. Just breaking off access and shit like that right now. Like I said, I don't care about getting on my fingers. I don't give a shit. This water. Got some water. The best part too is it's just this little space, and because the windows, I am going to try to fill around the windows. I don't want the windows to come out after this. I am going to paint them a different color, but I can paint that by hand. Whenever, and I don't give a fuck. Let me get some more done here. I want to get to at least the windows. Inside here, I'll just use this skinnier spatula. I will say this, because the way you burn the EVA foam, it leaves like a couple marks. I don't know if you can see it, and this thing fills it perfectly. Just all that shit disappears. So that's good. That's good to know. Definitely gonna need more of this molding paste. So that's fine. What the hell? Who's calling? Who was it? My wife. Probably is. When you get those back-to-back texts like that. Trying to scrape all the excess off. And how I do it, you see how it's kind of built up on the top there? You just gotta work your way down with it, and then pull it in, push in. I'm sure you guys have used paint spatulas and things of this nature. I'm not reinventing the wheel. When I get to the window sills, I'm going to clean the water and everything. Coming together. I will say this again. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you this Saturday at Legion's Con. That's going to be a good time. Apologize ahead of time if I am quiet. Work it in, and I just come in with my fingertips. I think this can be probably my preferred method to do this. I'm already seeing it. You just kind of go through, touch up each brick. You got a big ass wall, it's gonna take you fucking long as shit, but I don't give it. I don't care. Leaving a little bit of residue isn't a bad idea neither, because it says it adds texture to the stuff, so it'll add texture to your bricks. make it feel more concrete. That's a word I just made up. Okay. Well, it just hides all those fuck ups that I did in the fucking phone. God damn. Hell yeah. Loving it. Loving it. All right. Just get in here real quick. I missed that those spots. Right. Trying to clean up this little brick here. Clean up that brick. So we're working our way up here. Now we're cooking with some geese. All right. Let me just do this last window. Maybe I'll do it up here. Because the water seems to be working fine. I don't think I really need to change it just yet. Tell something, Mike. That's actually brilliant. I like that idea, buddy. I like that idea, Mikey. I wanted to do what is that called? What is that shit called now when they just spray it on the side of the house? It's like it looks like silicone. Like I don't know. I always forget what it's called. The back side of the spatula has a sharper edge to it, so wipes all the good accents off that I need, which is great. In between the bowls, I use the small spatula. Hope everybody's having a good day. Whether you're off from work or you're at work on lunch, on break, or you got me in your office turned down so nobody hears it. I appreciate you for hanging out. It means more than you know. I could be doing this in complete silence, talking to myself. Thank God I have people to talk to. Stucco. Thank you, Jeff. Stucco, yes. Jeff, you smart bastard. You smart bastard. Such a smart guy over there. Stucco, yes. Used to see them do that shit in the city and be like, what the fuck? They're just spraying the house. And it dries that way? Time for your sponge bath. You gotta like work each breath. Be careful. I said careful. Be careful. There's a little bit of red coming into it from the paint, so we gotta be careful with the paper towels. Don't like wipe too hard. I said I don't mind because discoloration is gonna happen with these buildings. It could be blood. Who knows? Who knows what this fucking building's seen? You don't know the action this building has seen. Just big tower. Makes big tower damp. Now I can go in here with my fingertip and clean bricks individually. So don't be afraid to use your hand. Okay. Neaten it up. You go back in there with your finger. Okay. All right. That's looking pretty good. Yes, yeah. Oh, nice. I appreciate you, Figgy Fight Club. Right on, dude. Right on, brother. Thank you, dude. Thank you, brother. I had my first wrestling meeting yesterday. It was pretty good. Went pretty well. We'll talk about it at my next smoke break. That's a bad idea to go to me. Just gonna fill in the trying to fill in the hole right around the straw. It's not as easy as it looks. Okay. Right there. There's no perfect method to do this, I've noticed. Just whatever feels comfortable for you, you know? That's the beautiful thing about art. It is subjective. What works for you doesn't work for somebody else, and vice versa. Doesn't mean it's wrong, it just means it's different. Some people don't like to get their hands dirty, you know, make sure they have gloves on. Others don't give a fuck. Some people use brushes and tools, others don't. Use other things that they came up with. This piece of foam is driving me up a fucking wall. There you go. Get this shit off the pipe. There you go, right there. There you go. Tiger Woods fucking fist bump. All right. I'm gonna do this side, and then I'll take another smoke break. Oh, sure, bud. I'm about to open up a wrestling school in December. We're finalizing the deal for the gym. I think we finalized it already. We just now gotta get all the other ducks in a row. We took our first meeting yesterday. But there's a couple things happening. I'm over on my wrestling channel on Pulse Finish Productions. There's a couple of new shows that I'm developing. More podcasts than like actual TV shows, whatever the fuck you call it. But we are developing a wrestling show. But it's going to be like a weekly wrestling show on I think Saturday nights on YouTube, Sunday afternoons. I haven't decided yet. That's one of the things we were talking about. But I did a lot of production. I did everything you could think of in the wrestling business. I did. So I trained. I was a promoter. I ran a wrestling company. I booked it. I wrote all the storylines. And then when I got hurt and I stopped doing all that stuff, I got into production. Top notch. Digging it. That's looking pretty goddamn good. What do you say, guys? I mean, it's a little messy, which is fine. I'm going to clean it up some more. But that's pretty good. Pretty good. Take my another smoke break, and then we'll finish the tap. I trained for a bit, but it didn't work out. Oh my goodness! My other channel is False Finish Productions. That is the other channel. False Finish Productions. I used to have a podcast up there called the False Finish Podcast. Don't recommend listening to it. It wasn't that good. Roll Keeper, what's up, bud? I appreciate you, man. Hopefully everything's going good at the courthouse and everything today. So I appreciate you stopping in, bud. But yeah, it's False Finish Productions. I got a bunch of shit we posted up there. Like I said, I'm in development for I'm working on a thing. What is Newburgh Undisputed Wrestling is the name that is going to be called now. It was called Newburgh Underground Wrestling. But now that I'm opening up the school, they're all training. We're going to take it seriously. We have a couple of real good guys that have come to help already. And it's just going to grow. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Indies Figure Fight Club, but if you know who Jordan Oliver is. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you. But Jordan Oliver, he came out of this crop of guys. And Felix is pretty fucking good. I think Felix has a shot. And there's a couple other guys there that I see potential. I'm not saying they're gonna be WWE stars because that's a commitment that you got to make. But I can see some potential there. I see potential if they apply themselves and if they commit to that kind of life. It's a hard commitment to make. But if they were to make it, I could see them making. I could see them getting somewhere. They just need direction. A lot of wrestlers, they don't learn mic skills. They don't learn promos. They don't learn that it's a character-based business. It's a character-based job. It's not an athletic job. You don't have to be athletic to be a star. Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, they weren't athletic then. Okay. Yeah, I was head of production for House of Glory. I recently just kind of parted ways with them. But I did House of Glory. We did Northeast Wrestling production-wise. A couple other companies in Jersey, New York, Rhode Island. I think Connecticut, too. Pretty sure Connecticut. But yeah, so we've been all over. And we're pretty good. We're regarded as one of the higher quality production companies. Because I know how it's supposed to be filmed. But because I've done every aspect of pro wrestling. House of Glory I heard of. Yeah, so like for the last year and a half, we were doing House. I was the head of production for House of Glory. And it was going well. It was just one of those things where we had to part ways because of financial differences. As in, I wanted more money and I wasn't being compensated for all the work I was doing. You understand? And I was like, this ain't gonna work for me. So, yeah. So now I kind of strayed away from it because I'm kind of sick and tired of making other people money. It got to be fucking annoying. So I speaking with Felix and this gentleman Navan, we have now come to an agreement that Newburgh Underground Wrestling will now be called Newburgh Undisputed Wrestling, and I will be helping in terms of training guys, booking the show, writing, editing, producing. So I'm going to help them do all that stuff. And Felix will help with the locker room. He'll book the locker room. And Navan will, Navan's a salesman, so he's going to help us. He's the promoter. So we're all working towards a goal. I told him it's going to take a lot. It's a marathon, not a fucking race. You're not going to make a lot of money. You might not make any money at all. But if you commit to it, it could turn around. It could garner a following. You just have to work your ass off. That was the speech I was giving them yesterday. Because I've been around enough wrestling promoters to just see the ones that are successful are the ones that just commit. And they don't give a fuck. They just sink their money into it. And just when you think all hope is lost, something takes off. Somebody does something, a match goes viral, a promo goes viral, something happens. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Which I'm trying to build, honestly, dude, is I'm trying to build. I don't know if you're familiar with Beyond Wrestling, but Beyond Wrestling, when they first started, was based out of a barn in Rhode Island, and I know this because I almost worked there. I was on my way there, and then it kind of just fizzled out, and I didn't go. I'm a little bummed about that, but it's fine. It's no big deal. But I saw them go from a barn to a small gym to now over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and everybody loves Beyond Wrestling. So I told them, I was like, you may not be the next Beyond, but we could maybe build that. You got to build that. And what they did was, at the beginning was called, it was Beyond Wrestling for wrestlers by wrestlers, which meant there was no crowd. It's only wrestlers. They would sit in the crowd and watch, and they would cheer, and they would be marks. And I said, got to recreate something like that, because that's when people start to see, because they see how hungry you guys are. You love wrestling, and you're willing to watch it, participate in it, and be a part of it. I said, so that's the kind of atmosphere we have to build. And by build, the only way to build that atmosphere is to have committed guys. If you don't have committed guys, it's a waste of fucking time. So if they're not committed to the goal, if they're not going to flag the banner for you, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way out. So I thought it was going to be a lot of convincing. And let me tell you something, it didn't take no convincing at all. When I talked to the guy, because I thought I was going to have to convince this guy so many things. And I just spelt out the game plan for him, and he just was like, yes, I'm in. I was like, all right, let's do it. I know how to write. I'm very good. I know how to write wrestling too. I'm very good at that. And in a matter of minutes, I wrote out 3 storylines for him. I said, we'll do this way, go this way. You do this one. He's like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah. I said, and I said to him, I said, your issue is you were writing with all the wrestlers. Can't do that. You write with the wrestlers, they're going to help themselves. They're not going to help you. You got to write with somebody who doesn't give a fuck about the wrestlers, with all due respect. And I said to him, I was like, I don't give a fuck about those wrestlers. I like them as people. I care about them as people. But in terms of what they want, and in terms of position of the company, I couldn't give 2 shits. Like, I don't give a fuck. You want to earn that spot? Earn that spot. I will give you that spot if you earn it. But if you don't fucking earn the spot, you ain't fucking getting it because you feel you're entitled to it. Fuck you. And when I told him that, he was just like, oh, yeah. I was like, buddy, you can't, the best advice I've ever gotten when I was booking was from my mentor, Mike Morgan. And he said to me, and I said this to him, I said, you book with this, not with this. It doesn't matter what they want. It doesn't matter how long they've been friends with you. If they can't help you ascend to the next level, then the anchor's tied to your ass. Cut the fucking fat. I said, you can't fuck around, man. Especially when money is involved now. And I said to him, I was like, I'm involved. I'm investing some money into this. So it better be good. I'm not attaching false finish to it. I'm not attaching myself to it. I'm going to be the general manager of this guy's company. I'm going to be on camera now. Like we discussed that. So I'm going to be going tit for tat with him on microphones, and I'm going to be setting up matches, live and on camera and shit like that. So I told him, if I'm going to be involved that way, then this better be fucking good. I'm not doing some bullshit because people want to appease their own egos. I really don't give a fuck about that, man. Bro Keeper, I used to have a wrestling podcast called Spot Monkey Radio, and every fucking week I would tell Tony Khan, why don't you come on Spot Monkey Radio and we can have a little powwow? And I'm a nobody. And if I'm telling you this, I'm sure the guy's much smarter than me are feeling this way. So I'm glad you think that way, because I'm hoping they all feel the same way. Because like I said, we're opening up a gym, so there's a gym membership and there's all this other stuff. And I told these guys, they have to be committed to the goal. A gym membership to this particular gym, because it has a ring, it has boxing, it has a mixed martial arts, it has it all now, benefits you. It's an investment in yourself if you're becoming a pro wrestler for a few reasons. One, you're going to learn how to wrestle. Obviously, the ring is there. And you could now learn how to actually fight in terms of boxing and mixed martial arts. Because if somebody wants to go into business for themselves, not to say that happens, but if they want to go into business for themselves, you can knock their fucking block off. So that's what I told these guys. It's like, we're going to train everything. Like some days, guys going to come in, they're going to think they're going to be rolling around in the ring. And no, they're going to go to the punching bag. And Felix, who is an amateur boxer, is going to teach them how to throw actual punches. And I'm going to say, and I said to them yesterday, I said, if you can't throw a real punch, how the fuck you throwing a fake punch? That's why nobody can strike. If you watch wrestling now, no one can throw punches. Do you know why? Because they don't know how to throw real punches. They never actually fought. And the ones that do know how to fight are the ones that throw the best strikes. It's just the way it is. The ones that take martial arts, they kick. That's why those fucking moves look so good, because they know how to actually throw those kicks. So you have to teach them how to actually fight so that they can fake fight. It's crazy as it sounds, but there is a logic to it. And I said that, like, yo, you know, and I go off the guys of the old school. So, like, let's say you go in the ring, and I used to go in the ring with the intention of starting riots. That was my goal. Give me a microphone, I'll run down the whole crowd. I don't give a shit. But I know how to throw a punch. I can defend myself if need be. So that's just the way it was. But when I tell these guys, like, you don't know, you might go in a crowd, say something on a mic, piss somebody off. They might wait for you and want to fight you. They might jump the guardrail. Say, at least if you know a little bit of actual wrestling technique, you can take them down and hold them there until somebody comes to help you. Like, you don't want to just be standing there with your fucking pants down because you don't know how to fight. And this guy just jumped the guardrail ready to fight you. And then he said to me, he goes, yeah, that happened before. A guy jumped the guardrail. I was like, yes, because you're good on the microphone and you make people dislike you. And that means that you are touching, you're breaking their suspension of disbelief so much so that they think it's so real that they want to jump the guardrail and fight you. That's good, but you better know how to defend yourself when they jump that guardrail. That's all I'm saying, because I've seen it happen, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty when they don't know how to fight. They're just standing there. Oh my God! Let me take one hit of this, and I'll get back to work. I'm also going to change the water in that bowl. I'll be right back. So it might have actually been the water that was fucking shit up, to be quite honest with you. The fucking bowl at the bottom was like filled with like plaster and shit. So it might actually, cleaning the water might actually be the smart play. So let's get this next batch done. What do you say? Also, don't leave the jar open like I just did, like a moron. There you go. Just I'm filling in between the window. I do have to sand the back of this panel because there's straws sticking out of them. So I gotta make sure I sand that shit. My wife wife is texting me. My wife just texted me. The Dragonfly shipped. I'm excited. I'm excited, boys. I don't know when it's getting here, but that's good news. I might be opening that on the pre-roll on Sunday. Hey, Francie, what's up, buddy? Just filling in bricks, buddy. Hope everybody's having a good Thursday morning. It's a real great morning for me now that I found out the Dragonfly just shipped. I'm assuming everybody's gonna be getting their fucking helicopter real soon. Good. That all done in one shot. You. Got some clean water in here now. Hot water too. I went with hot. I think that might be better. Okay. Definitely not the water. Dirty water, nothing to do with it. It still spreads the shit around. I don't run to those kinds of people. For 6 months, you no pay me rent. Now, I no longer let you stay here. That's not true. I've been giving John hundreds of dollars of my money, and he's been writing out rent checks to you, no? I love them so much. Who do you love so much? The ladies at Madame Kamei's Filipino Palace. You've been spending our rent money on Filipino hookers? They're not hookers, they're massage therapists. Massage your cock for money. You guys know the word for that? Hooker? You're a hooker! Oh my god. You're a hooker. Alex, you forgot smoking lamp. I'm sorry. Was that the expensive piece? That's your fault too. I've said that to my wife so many times. That's your fault too. Okay. Let's do the other side. Probably the most annoying part. So. I hope everybody's having a good day. I was wondering if I could crash at your place for a few days. I don't know about that, Alex. This is my office as well as my home. I've been trying to reach you all day. What are you doing? I'm setting up my Christmas tree. Dude, it's fucking July. Get the fuck out of here, is it? Hello, Dante. Why are you naked? Oh, yeah, I am naked. Dude, your ass is tanner than my face. Want to borrow my birthday suit? Nah, brown's not my color. I'm not brown. I'm bronzed. Low key, one of my favorite movies of all time, if not my favorite movie of all time. And I'll be the first to admit that I didn't give it a chance because I just thought it was like, it's all Adam Sandler's rejects. This ain't gonna be funny. And man, was I wrong. I think comedies of that era are the best. Step Brothers and all that shit. 40-Year-Old Virgin. That early 2000s, mid 2000s, they had the best. Like I'll even accept Road Trip and Euro Trip. Those movies are funny too. Don't get me wrong, 80s comedies were hilarious. There was just something about that certain era. It's actually making it rigid too. That's good. It's crazy to think that this started out as a piece of EVA foam. What time is it? Looks like I might only get one wall done today because, like I said, I gotta take my pop to the doctor. But I might go live tomorrow in the afternoon. Actually, I can't. I'm taking Felix to the airport tomorrow. He's going to Peru. He's going to wrestle. It's looking good. Just want to say thank you again, everybody. I hope that this is getting you through your day. You could be watching Steve Wilkos right now, but you're with me and I appreciate it. I don't even know if he's still on TV. That fucking moron. Fucking mongoloid. That's a fact, Bobby Wolf. That is a fact. A Million Ways to Die in the West is real funny. They're a great cast, too. And Tropic Thunder just goes without saying. That's a fucking classic. Okay, smoky. All right. So, motherfucker, this looks good as shit. Eat the working. With my finger. I guess people can't go through a whole roll of paper towel. Because you're going to be using a lot of this shit. I know some people use cloths, paper towels. I don't want to soak a paper towel because it's just going to start rubbing right off on this thing and I'm going to have paper residue all over it. And I don't want that. So that's why I'm using a sponge. I would recommend the sponge. Love the sponge, need the sponge. But obviously whatever method works for you. But I would recommend using a wet, the damp sponge. Just get it wet enough so you can wipe off all the excess and then, so if your fucking hands dirty, it's hard. Touch it with the water, touch certain bricks, and then just come in and wipe it down. I know this is working for me. This is just my method. You think it works for you? Give it a shot, man. Take that off. Beautiful. Coming out pretty good, man. Now I'm going to use the tiny one, and I'm going to do the top line. Then we'll do this. I'll take my last smoke break, and we rapito. Maybe I'll do like a late night one tonight. We'll see. I'll wait till everybody's done. Like Punk with Toys, whatever. I know Punk goes late. Thursday with a friend. Booyah. This one's going to be hard to do the pipes here. This I'm just going to do literally by hand. So I'm going to wet my hand and just going to wipe off any excess. Again, keep in mind, I'm far from done with painting. Still got to paint it. Certain bricks, different colors, black wash. I got to touch up some of the gray here, some of the gray on this thing. And then it's done. Like I said, I got all the accessories I'm going to paint later. Like I said, I might maybe go live a little later today. I got to pick my wife up from work, so I got to go to the post office. So I'm going to do all that first. And then maybe when I get back, I'll just go live again. Or like I said, after everybody goes live tonight. Do one of them late night jump offs everybody likes to. That's what you got, insomnia. We'll call it the insomnia stream. Anybody remember VH1, the Insomniac Music Theater, where we just play music videos all night, right around like 2 a.m. They would come on and then just till 6 a.m. I can tell you how many nights I couldn't sleep. And I watched Ja Rule. God, I hated Ja Rule. Okay. I'm gonna take this paper towel, dampen it up, and I'll run it right across the top there. On our finger over it. Have to clean it up as best I can. Be tough because it's right here at the tippy top. Not bad, man, not bad. Headbangers Ball, yes. I remember all that stuff. 120 minutes. Matt Pinfield. Hi, I'm Matt Pinfield. This is 120 minutes. An interview. Metal bands. I remember Yo MTV Rap. I remember VH1, Insomniac Theater. That was in the mid-90s, Insomniac Theater and shit. Early 2000s. I mean, somewhere in the teens, the music video just took a shit. People didn't give a fuck about music videos no more. Everybody was too busy seeing idiots from Jersey get drunk and fuck each other. Which, like Rocco said, it's not really Jersey. That's Staten Island. It's the kind of trash bags you run to in Staten Island. But I miss music videos. I love those. Just leave them on. It was like the radio was on, essentially. Yeah. So now you can sand this stuff when it dries, so I will sand back around the windows to clean it up. But I think the top is done now. Now all we gotta do is that. What time is it? Look at that, perfect timing. Does in fact not rule. Facts. Thank you, Turk. What's up? Good to see you, bud. I don't know, maybe it's because I was a DMX man. I like X. And Exhibit. Give me a second. My father's coming down the stairs. I can see him. I can hear him coming. time we're leaving. Gotta take him to the pulmonary doctor. Check his lungs out. Make sure everything's A-okay. And I don't think he wants to go to the American Legion today. He wants to go early and get it out the way. So he's one of the heads there. He goes every now and again to hang out with all the old timers. Talk about this past. Okay, whatever puts him in a good mood. Man, been through enough, you know. Last fucking year of his life sucked. I will say this molding paste even gave me the matte finish that I wanted on the bricks. So that's awesome. And it is a matte based paste. So it's supposed to do that. I was saying no, but I'm happy that it actually did exactly what I was hoping for. Not expecting, but hoping for. So I'm happy to see that. As best I can. Seal this bitch up. Okay. Seal that up. Let's clean this up. I hope your Thursday is going well, guys. Hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you hanging out with me for this little bit. This gorgeous Thursday afternoon. Thursday morning, I should say. Sorry. It is Thursday afternoon now, though, right? It's afternoon. It's about to be. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. Got to be anywhere on your Thursday. Hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Where do I have to go? Got a little bit of so it sets pretty fast. That's good to know. So the cure time on it, I would obviously assume is about half an hour before it kind of sets. You can't really fuck with it. You can sand it, but then once it's fully cured. There you go. All right. Mikey, one wall is grouted. It is grouted for you. There you go. Boom. Grouted fucking wall. Not too shabby. Not too fucking shab. Pretty good stuff. Made the goddamn wall pop. Holy crap. It made that fucking thing pop. Thank you, Frenchie. I appreciate you, bud. I appreciate all you guys here. You're going to LC Saturday? I'm going Saturday and Sunday. I think I only got 2-day passes. Figure Fight Club. So it's Saturday, possibly Sunday. Not sure about Sunday just yet, but definitely Saturday. I'll be there Saturday. So I mean, Jesus. You guys are all hanging out in here today, huh? I appreciate you, man. Turk Murphy in the house. What's up, Turk? I appreciate you. Got tons of cons, but no Twitch cons I know of. That sucks, dude. That sucks. There's a lot of shit here. I didn't realize that until this year. Like, I didn't even know about these things until this year. Because I went to one in Massachusetts. That's where I met Ninja for the first time because Valaverse was there. And I just wanted, I forgot what figure, Condor at the time. And then I went to ZoloCon, and that's kind of when I kind of like took my first steps into a much larger universe, if you will. And I started to kind of realize, like, oh shit, like there's a lot of shows go on in this area. Savage Crucible was at it. It was like, man, that's cool. Savage Crucible had some good stuff. I seen them multiple times, never bought a thing. If I see them at Legion's Con tomorrow on Saturday, I might actually pick something up from them. Let me just throw this out. I'll put this closer so you can see it. Phone out, right? These, I want to show you what I got working here. And that's right there. Then Joseph, what's up, bud? How you doing, buddy? So I want to show you guys. I don't know. Some of you guys probably saw it on the Wake and Bake yesterday, but I made the little. So this is the, like, what would be, I guess, I don't know, call it a junction box. I guess you could call it that, or like a fuse box. It's gonna paint it silver. I'm gonna use silver rub and buff. So I'm gonna make this silver. And then that should be good to go. We'll just seal it with some matte finish. And then this bitch is the power gauge that's at the back of every building in the city. So the Con Ed man can come through and check it out. And I actually added the gauge on the inside. So I don't know if you see that. See? So, you know, it's turning when the electrical's on. So this is just the top of a juice cap. So, or like a hairspray bottle, a little plastic caps. Just use that. That's what I use. And I'll paint this silver too. And that's ready to go. And then these lights, the lights I was talking about last week, on eBay, it actually works. So it will be able to illuminate a little space on his shelf. I don't know how long it lasts, but I'm just going to cut it to where my fingers are and just stick it right in the wall right over the door. That's this is how I use all my outdoor lights over a door. I always use these. I have a shit ton of them. I buy them in bulk from eBay. And like I said, I finished the door. So I made the door out of basswood, and then I just took some balsa wood and I framed it out for him real quick. Now, the door is done. All I got to do is stain it. I got some stain in the garage, and I'm going to add a piece of styrene plastic across the bottom for the kick so you don't break the door when you kick it. Most factories have that because the pal jacks don't fucking hit the door and shit like that. Fuck the door, bottom of the door up. So there's that. So that's what I'm going to be working on all day today. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. This is where I'm at with this. I got the whites filled in. Very happy with the way this came out. I'm going to leave it on this image, and you guys know why, because you're about to hear it in 2 seconds. This is kind of like a Wake and Bake Republic. I just realized that. It's actually started early in the Wake and Bake. Usually Wake and Bake starts at 10:30. I appreciate the kind words, man, Joseph. But yeah, that's getting pretty far in this thing. It's a process. But we're getting there, you know. These are the pipes that I made for this wall that's sitting there. I just got to paint them silver. I just got to go get silver spray paint. Use the do-it-yourself straws. They'll sit on the caps that are sticking out of that wall. and they'll sit there nice. There's modules so you can pull them out and shut. And then I put this one, just took some twist ties, twisted them nice and tight, cut them, and this literally just slides right. It used to slide right in. I just realized I filled this, so this will have to get redone, but that's fine. It's a quick fix. You just take the hand drill, drill some holes in the brick, and I can just pop it right in. So not worried about that. But that's pretty much all I got cooking up with him. Obviously going to put this Days of Future Past poster on there. I forgot certain guys hit me up. I know Turk and I think Crimson Cobra Commander. I got to mail a bunch of shit. I'm so far behind. I'm sorry. So there's a bunch of shit that I got to print and mail out. And you guys are on the top of that list. Don't think I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't forget. I got hit with a bunch of editing gigs, and then just shit around the house just kind of happened. So I got kind of sidetracked. But I do remember that you and Crimson Cobra Commander wanted some posters and some computer screens. So I will definitely print those out for you. I promise. Well, like I said, I got to make a stop to the post office today because I got to mail out something to Jeff, Mython, and Jedi on the Gray Path. And then Turk and Crimson Cobra Commander, you're next. So you guys will be on the next batch. I'll send you a bunch of shit, I promise. Make it worth your while. But yeah, man. I thought this was going to go much quicker. Like this brick stuff. But I guess like anything, you take your time with it, which is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to rush through it. And I mean, really paid off. It looks really good. Oh, thank you, bud. I appreciate you. It's just patience, bud, and just take your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't rush. That's the one thing I'm learning. Is like my biggest detriment a lot of the times was rushing because I wanted to get to the end. And every time I wanted to get to the end, like you start to jump over certain steps because you want to kind of speed up the process, and that's when it leads to fuck ups because that process is there for a reason. Like, so you don't skip it. I learned that the hard way a few times through cosplay. But yeah, man, I think you can do it, man, Joes. It's not that hard, but you just gotta have a steady hand, just a steady hand, and do the lines slowly. Again, you do not have to use EVA foam. You can use the XPS, the one that everybody else uses, the styrofoam stuff at Home Depot. I just like EVA foam. I mean, it's the same result. It's the same result. And it's thinner. You put just a piece of wood on the back, a thin piece, doesn't have to be fucking thick. No one's telling you get a piece of 3/4 inch plywood. Just get, like I got, the speaker stuff, the stuff that goes on the back of a bookshelf. You cut it to the sections you want, and you make your own dioramas out of this, and it's thinner, so you can just kind of stack them a little easier. That's the only reason I do them this way. And even then, the next one I'm going to be working on, which is I'm going to be doing more of this stuff in the coming weeks, is because I got to finish my factory building, which is 4 times the size of this thing. So that's going to be a lot of painting and shit like that. But that's a 2-sided diorama. That has an inside and an outside, and I have to finish the garage door. The garage door is going to actually open. I want to make it with the chain. I'm trying. I got some ideas. So if I can get the chain to actually work on the gear, then I'll have it actually function. Which that's really what I want. I want it to function. I think that'd be awesome. I just need a lot more balsa wood and shit like that because I gotta frame out the door and everything. Yeah, works great. You put on this EVA foam, it's fine. And I use really heavy gauge cardboard that Felix brings from his job because Felix works at a body shop. So Felix just brings a bunch of cardboard from there, and I just use that, and it's real thick, and you put EVA foam on top and the bottom of it, sandwich it, and that shit is a pretty good base. It's a pretty good base. But this stuff is good too. I have no problem with this stuff. The cardboard is what I made the Castle Grayskull diorama out of. Cardboard and EVA foam. Hey, action figure at it. What's up, bud? Hope you're doing well, man. Appreciate you, dude. Hopefully everything's going well on this Thursday afternoon. You guys got me for another 20 minutes, at least 25 minutes. I am going to reload my bong though. It's like I said, starting next week, I think I'm going to break out the herbalizer. So as you can see, it moves like this. It's because I got to sand the straws on the back of it. So I'm going to do that later today. I'm going to finish a lot of it today. We're probably going to do the other wall today. Get that done. And then I'm going to start with the like mounting of the details and shit like that. I just want to get all that in there. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just poured bong water all over me. Jesus Christ. All over my legs. Luckily, got some paper towels here. Just look like I pissed myself. Oh my God. I'll be right back. Give me a second, guys. I spilled it all over the floor. I gotta clean it. I'm back. Turns out I got it everywhere, so I had to change. But yeah, that was a party foul, if you will. Still enough water in there. No, I'm just kidding. I changed the water. Oh, God. That was funny. Listen, live and in charge, man, is what happens. Fuck it, you do it live, right? Don't think there's much left in there for now. I gotta grind more up. But I appreciate you guys waiting. I fucking there you go. Price you pay for smoking weed. That's why I'm gonna switch over to the herbalizer. There's no more water. It's just a fucking long tube. Looks like a space fucking bong. Weird. It's like a weird apparatus. I used to use the Volcano, but the Volcano I have for some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's old. But like too much residue gets inside the bag, and I don't like that. If it gets in your mouth, it's gross. So I stopped. But that thing would get me so fucking baked. You know, don't get me wrong. I love the tried and true bong and joint and blunt from time to time. But every now and again, I like using science. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Cone vapors. I know. I just had these for a very long time. I got them when they first came out. All these vapes and shit. Oh, wow. Dude. Science. Oh, my God. Science. Is something else, man. Anywho. I got into those resins for a while, just smoking those. I mean, that's good. I used to do that too. I used to, what is that called? A rig, right? Where you burn the fucking thing and it was too much. It got me too high. I didn't like that. I see a Figure Fight Club. I see. I'll answer you because I'm about to get off the stream in like 5 minutes anyway. For the benefit of heads everywhere. I'm a dab guy. Dabs, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I used to do dabs and shit like that. I'll fuck with those things. It's too strong. I mean, now and again, I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna turn it down, but I tend to just stick with flour. You know, I don't fuck around with that shit. So, but anywho, let me just wrap this up so I can clean this shit up, and then I can get ready to take Pops to the doctor. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Tomorrow my wife will be going live at like 9 because we have to take Felix to the airport. So we talking about Ouija boards. So catch us then. I will catch most of you guys in the chat rooms tonight in all the streams. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you guys got something out of this. That molding paste, top notch. I would use it more. It's a little pricey. So if you want to save some cash, then I would recommend just going and getting spackle, because I think spackle is much cheaper. This small little jar was $15. Now, don't get me wrong, I have plenty left. So I have plenty left over to finish the other piece and possibly even work on the Grayskull diorama. But it wouldn't be my go-to. Like, I wouldn't always use this modeling paste. The only time I would probably use this modeling paste is if I'm going to use paint. If I need to change the color, if I don't want it to be a white like this is on the brick, if I want it like a green or black or blue, I can add paint to this and it'll be fine. But if it just need a white, I'd go spackle. Spackle's probably cheaper, and it's the same. It was literally the same application. You push it into the cracks, wipe it off with water, dry it off with a towel, and just kind of clean up the edges. So I don't know. That's just me. Welcome to Waxworks. Does it have disposable coils? Is it a chamber? What are you referring to? You're referring to the vaporizers that I have? The vaporizer I have is literally just like this apple. I'll show it next week. I haven't even shown it on the pre-roll. I might break it on the pre-roll. Because this Sunday, it's going to be a whole new setup in here. Because I'm setting everything up because I'm getting a new couch and everything. So by Sunday, it's going to look a little different in here. So I appreciate you guys. It's disposable from the disposable. Okay. Like I said, I appreciate you guys, man. I'll see you around. Peace.